Hi everyone. I'm I'm so awkward starting streams. At least black and makes me less nervous. Thank you. Can't wait to see you too, but I'm also nervous. Well, I'm also worried about the passport stuff getting done because, like, I have to wait and I don't know until, like, that day. And what day was it again? I mean, I already paid for it, so. I feel like, I might have answered this, but my answer has changed. Instead of going to bed at 5 a.m., I now go to bed at 12. At least I try to. Sometimes it ends up being 2 a.m., but, well, I used to try to stay up until Blacken was awake, but if I just wake up earlier, then I'm actually awake longer when Blacken is awake. But it's because I get nervous, I get anxious at night specifically, but apparently also morning. And also randomly. I'm good. How are you? I'm... well... a little bit overwhelmed. Everything? I don't know, like 5 different things. At least 5 different things. More than that, probably. Some of them are really like small and random, like it's just interactions with people overwhelmed me, and every time I interact with someone it builds up. Especially if it's like people I don't know well, or it's like for business related stuff, if I'm talking to an artist or a commissioner. But also, I'm overwhelmed by my dad texting me again. He was being a little annoying. But yeah, I used to not say why I was overwhelmed, because it's like not one simple thing. It's every time it's a million different things, and some of the stuff doesn't make much sense, or it's random. But then there's also me being behind on a bunch of commissions and being anxious about the travel stuff. But that's just kind of how I am, like almost every day at some point. Also, in certain moods, it gets harder to do stuff. Like, I just feel more anxious than usual. There's like on and off moods. But I mean, I feel anxious all the time, but there occasionally I feel more confident. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed because like my dad was talking about my trip, and I just don't like I don't want him involved in my personal life. Because Blacken lives there? This is the third time I'm going to the UK, so this isn't like a new thing. And every time was because Blacken lives there. So this has been going on for like 3 years. More than that. I was interacting with Blacken before that. I just didn't go to the UK until the last 3 years. Yeah, but my dad is like, for some reason, random things feel awkward to talk about, even though I'm like usually really open, but there's random moments where I just feel awkward. Yeah, no, he was being annoying because he was all like, going on about like political stuff and like protests and being like, stay away from the protests and stuff. And I'm like, I don't really want to hear that from him. It just, I want him to stay out of it. I think both of my parents worry too much, honestly. That might be why I'm like double anxious. Hi, welcome. Yeah, he was like really annoying like in the past when I wanted to go to cons. He like was just like talking about all like that people were like dangerous and stuff, and it got really annoying. It's like my family didn't want me to do anything. But at the same time, they wanted me to get out of the house, but every time I wanted to do something, they had like a million like questions about it and like a lot of criticism about it. It's like I can never get enough head pats. Um, like I don't really care what my family wants. It just it causes me anxiety. Like I don't have to care because they don't have control over me anymore. Well, the fact that they keep wanting to connect with me just continues it, but it's not as bad as living with them. And I had to go on a trip like a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago to visit because of my brother's wedding. And I guess it was fine, but there were some parts that I got like really anxious, especially when I want to do my own thing. I don't even really like weddings, but I went because I thought it was a nice thing to do. And at least there were some parts they got my nails done and my hair done. And the nail polish has still not come off. It's like my nails are growing out, but the nail polish is still on them. That lasts forever. I should get it done like that more often. If it literally lasts a really long time, it's worth it. And because my nails always look terrible, so they can fix it. They don't look terrible anymore. Yeah, I always have allergies and I think it's from my cat, but why does it make my ears itchy? Yeah, the stuff they do at the salon is way better than trying to paint them myself because it doesn't stay on. Like, they have way better stuff there. Probably costs less than my hair. I didn't actually pay it because they did. Wait, really? They're not expensive at all. I mean, in my standards of I was just looking it up. Apparently pedicure is more expensive than manicure. I don't know why. Well, less than 100. Well, it's a little bit, it's been a bit, but it's still better than it was. I think I need to get it done again, but now that it gets done, how long ago was that? Now I can get it like to stay lighter because they can just bleach the roots and then just dye over the rest of it because it's already bleached. That's what they were originally doing, but then they stopped because hair damage. It's more expensive because people don't want to deal with the feed. Well, there are people who would love that job. Though I think they intentionally give you someone of the same gender so that it doesn't get weird. But they could still be into it. Well, my old hairdresser was a guy, and a funny story. I swear. I think he was hitting on me, honestly. Very subtly. But like he was calling me cutie and and he added me on Snapchat. Like what? On the Mystic one. Yeah, I accidentally exposed my I didn't know. I didn't know that it shares your Snapchat with your phone contacts. The only reason I got Snapchat was for like my content because people like kept wanting it, and it was like he tried sending a friend request to the Mystic Snapchat. And then the next time I went there, I think he knew because he said you've got a good gig going on. Ask if I've been good, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, no, you haven't. Like, but he's like, just kidding. I think I know what he was hinting at. Yeah, why does it have the share to phone contacts option on by default? Oh yeah, and there was that one time that he texted me at like midnight asking if I would help him with a video. To model for him. He never got back to me about that after that point though. In fact, it was like literally a message sent at midnight. I'm thinking, was he like drunk or something? But I'm like, I don't know if I added enough new questions. Okay, this is something that everyone always gets wrong. Like, everyone always assumes that you want space when you're upset, but it's the opposite. It's really frustrating because I can't like tell people, like, because if I'm in an off mood, it's harder to tell people that I want attention. Often that's the reason I'm upset, because people are ignoring me, but it gets really weird. Like, I get less confident. But yeah, in the past, like, every time I got emotional a lot in public. And everyone would just ignore me, and that was the opposite of what I needed. Yes, this is my pony. I have a lot of art. Though, I get why, well, there's sometimes, like, if people are in, like, certain people are in an angry mood, like, I avoid them but that's because of experiences. Like, when I try to help someone who is, like, in a bad mood, and they, like, take it out on me, that's why I avoid them. But those types of people are not very good at talking about their emotions. That shit tends to be why they, like, get like that, all, bitter and stuff. They don't tell you the reason. Those types of people. I interacted with so many of them in the past, and, like, all of them ended because they couldn't control their anger. It's so common, like, well, I think it might just be the type of people I was attracting because, like, all the lonely people were coming to me who were lonely for a reason. But, my ex-friend was like that a little bit. Actually, both of them were. I think one of them, they think that there's a lot of people who like act that way because it's like they think emotions are weak or something, so they're insecure. But yeah, there's a reason they are ex-friends. If it was Blacken or Zenny, I would say yes, obviously. If it was anyone else, I would, be like, slow down. They would overwhelm me, probably. Like, don't call it a date. Just say, let's hang out. No, emotions are strong, and, my dad actually got triggered when I said that. People who are scared to, express their emotions actually tend to be very insecure. Because, it doesn't really matter what other people think of it. I know that I'm not, like, totally confident, but at least I'm not like that. At least I'm not bitter. I can get, a little bit irritated sometimes, but I work on myself a lot, so. Yeah, if anyone who isn't my partner asked me on a date, I would probably, be uncomfortable. They can ask to hang out with me, but don't say date. That's a lot of pressure. And yeah, I don't go on dates with people I haven't gotten to know, like, well first. I hang out, but I don't call it a date. And also, if I don't know them well, I have someone with me. Oh. A surprise? Okay, related. No, I do not. That can be a disaster. Because I might, if I literally just, like, started being interested in someone, I might change my mind, and if I tell them, then there's gonna be a lot of pressure, and if I change my mind, it's going to be very awkward. And yeah, I can't be sure that I actually like someone unless I've known them for a while. It's the issue with like annoying random there's these like creeps on the internet who they just like they get obsessed with this one like content creator for a week and then ditch because she didn't instantly show interest in them. That's not how it works. Also, it's definitely not gonna work with if you're going after content creators. But some people don't know. Some fans don't know what boundaries are. I wouldn't even call these people fans. They're not following me because they like my content. They're following me because they want something out of me. Because they will like, they're not there for the content. If they realize that I'm not interested in them, they will disappear. I don't really care for parties. So that's fine. Me too. It's not that I hate parties, it's just that I can be uncomfortable at them. Like, I like the idea of hanging out with a group of people if they pay attention to me, if they understand my needs. Otherwise, it will just be awkward for me. Like, I don't like being in a party and I'm just there and everyone's like hanging out and no one's talking to me and I just feel awkward. Also, I don't really like drinking parties because people can be weird. A lot of people's first response to being drunk is to flirt with me. Some of them encountering weird fans at cons who are drunk. Usually people who are weird drunk were already weird before that, so. A creepy fan who is drunk is terrible. Double the creepiness. They don't even consider that maybe I don't like that. That maybe I don't want to be interacting with them when they're like that. Oh yeah, it's a one, no, two. I don't even know if the other one was drunk. They were just weird. But one of them who I only knew they were drunk because they used it as an excuse after. But it's not an excuse. If you get weird when you're drunk, consider that. I don't drink alcohol at all. I feel like I don't want to know what I would be like drunk. I might be less shy, but I feel like the weird side of me would be intensified, and that might be a problem. Like the lewd side. Especially if around other drunk people, that's just like a disaster. But that's just a guess because I've never actually been drunk. But based on how other people get when they're drunk and what I've heard, like that it makes you your true self. Like, I don't think it's a good way to be more confident because it doesn't just make you more confident, it makes you more weird. Well, I have 2 avatars and around 2,000 each. That was back when I had when I was doing crazy good with my Egirl stuff. The artist I had that made mine actually charges more than that now. That I was one of their earlier creations, and that was when they were cheaper. Well, the thing is that there was the art and then there was the rigging costs. But one thing, if I get more, I'm probably just gonna change the artist because, I have one complaint. They were really fast on the first model, but, they took forever on the second one, like, way longer than when I'm late on commissions, it's only no, they took like a year. They said they take a month, and every time I asked for updates, it was like, that's happened with a few people. The rigger was good though. It did it in a month, as they said. I think even sooner. But I had to literally beg them for my second model because they kept not replying to me, so I think I would change the artist if I do anything new. Originally my plan was that I was gonna get them to do more outfits for me, but they're not very reliable and their costs are too much, so I feel like I should just change the artist. Though, I would like how some people have multiple different models. But at least I have a model. It was really frustrating waiting, for the model when I didn't have any backup. I just had, I had the 3D V-Roid, but I hated it. I was getting, actually, I got a new 3D model for way cheaper because it was VR chat styled. But I was trying to get one from another person originally, and they were very unreliable as well. They never actually finished it, I just gave up. Because they admitted they didn't even know what they were doing. But I still have to figure out how to put my model on VR chat. Apparently that's kind of complicated. Or if I can also change it to the format to use it for streaming. But mostly right now I use the 2D models, and that one was specifically for VR chat, but okay, have I ever crushed on a friend? I've only crushed on a friend. Because, I need to get to know them first before I know I'm interested, because I like personalities. Well, actually, I did have crushes that I didn't know well back in school, but that's because I was shy and didn't talk to anyone. I had crushes on the other shy people, but it was because they did interact with me occasionally when we had the courage to interact. But that didn't work out because we were both too shy to talk to each other. Even though we both knew we liked each other, it was very awkward. Like, it's very weird how anxious I get. Like, I was so frustrated with myself because I just couldn't say one thing to a person. I just couldn't talk to them. I just didn't have the courage to say anything. Even though I really wanted to. I was gonna do I'm talking a lot now because I felt sorta off. But I wanted to keep my schedule up. Like, I planned to sing and record, but I have a headache now. Okay, I have to. Okay, if I watch something while looking at my phone, I'm gonna miss the entire plot. So if I'm really invested in something, I'm not gonna look at my phone. I feel like I have to. I might have to rewatch some stuff because I missed a lot from looking at my phone. Usually I don't look at my phone while watching stuff. It's just when I was with Blackett and we were watching a ton of stuff. But yeah, if if I look at my phone, I'm gonna miss like half the show, so But that's usually because I only watch a little bit at a time. Oh, I missed some of those messages. Yes, I'm a voice actor. Mostly freelance. You can see my videos on my channel. It's probably easier to do game streams if I'm in an off mood. But I have a lot of stuff I need to do, but I still I want to stream because I feel like if I don't, I'm like I feel like I have to do everything. I'm doing normal. I don't know. Actually, not normal. I'm not always this overwhelmed with work and other stuff. Because sometimes streaming gets me in the mood to do it for some reason. I think it's the social part. Well, my head is really delicate, whereas I need socializing to motivate me, to put me in a good mood, but too much socializing overwhelms me. But I think I should go work on other stuff. Well, sometimes streaming annoys me because sometimes sometimes chat says stuff that like bothers me, and I'm trying not to. Well, it's also small things. I'm easily triggered even if I don't react to the things that trigger me because I don't want to be overly judgmental. Why does my cat always have to be on here? The desk. I probably should say that I'm ending stream if I'm ending stream instead of just ending it. It didn't work. Love you too.